Did we lose him?
Yeah, I got bumped out too. I don't know if any of you guys did.
Yeah, I just did.
I think he clicked the wrong button.
I don't know what happened here, but no. It said it had been ended by the host. Oh, somebody must have logged in as host. It says I'm the host now. I'm the boss now for a few minutes. I'm not the boss of anything. EMA.
Did Zoom crash or did I just get like booted?
It said the host, the meeting had been ended by the host. So apparently I wasn't the host. Right. Somebody ended the meeting.
I was like, Big O just booted everybody.
And then it said, and then I clicked back in, it said you are now the host. So, sorry guys, I don't know why I did that. EMA's puking. EMA looks horrible.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some nasty flow coming through.
Yeah, so EMA might be short here. On the weekly, see it push down, pull back. It could come all the way back down to 356. This pattern works both ways. So let's look at this. Price comes up, it breaks through this pivot low here. It breaks through, comes back at retest. It holds. Now it's trying to come back down. So it could take these stops out on the way down. If you look at the 4 hour, this would be target 355.
That's a pretty big drop if you short it.
It's coming down pretty good too. And you know, it's inside on the month. It just made a higher low, a lower high. So this could be setting up for a short here. It's a week. So let's say it breaks 360, 614, I'm pretty sure. Also, when you're looking at these candles and stuff, if you look at the body and the wicks, you always want to see candles that don't have much of wicks. You want to see little to no wicks because it tells you there's a clear direction.
Mm-hmm.
And on Microsoft on this MA on the 60 here, the bodies, the candles tell a story too, because as it comes down here, you know, it starts as a pretty good body, and then they start getting smaller in size. The body's pretty wide here, a little bit smaller. It's getting a little bit smaller, and then it's like to nothing. So that tells you the price is slowing down. So we could see a pullback here before it goes lower. So you always want to look at the body, the size of these bodies. And if it starts, you know, if it starts off small and it starts getting larger, it comes down, it could tell you that, you know, there's a lot more sellers stepping in. It works both ways. Sedge is trying to TTO the upside here. So we could say push on Sedge. Sedge is a big mover. So if you look at these things, always be mindful of the bodies, the size of the candles. Sedge.
Jerry, right now, TMUS.
Oh, wow. Look at those on the hour.
Oh shit, I think it's like beast. Man, it looks good on the month too. TTO weekly trying to come up to 143.09. Yeah, I think it's good. It could come see, it could see 143 today if it wants to. If it wants to. It's long right now. It just broke that pivot on the 5. It pushed up, it's consolidating, it's ripping. Nice time.
Warrior, are you always catching these things on scans that you already have set up?
Yeah, it just scans off of that. Look at the volume that just came in on that last 5-minute candle.
Nice.
You know, that JWN, Jerry, it's getting some strength.
Pushing up to that gap still. Ooh, nice, yeah.
You know, that's a good stock. It's Nordstrom. They're getting ready to have their annual sell. They just got beat up on earnings today because they didn't quite hit one of their metrics. But the stores are going to open.
Mhm.
This would be a good swing.
Oh, looks really good. Tell you that. Damn good. Some nice finds. UNH just alerted. UNH is trying to break. Keep going weekly. I know wiki though, it's in a really tight range, so they can move along. Being
Jerry, Lilly right now, LLY. It's got a pivot machine gun coming back on the 60.
oh shit. Dang, a lot of volume coming in. Pushed up, retested the pivot, coming right back through. Looks good. Yeah, know why. We'll need to pull back again in that though. So let's take a look at Myrna. Got some sympathies. Ooh, Myrna's setting up to break out. So maybe she'll fall in line with Lily. Myrna's got some big old red candles to come back up through. They can see 189. Put her uptrend on it. All right, that's looking good. Needs a break though. PFE. PFE's doing the same thing. Pfizer. Pfizer's coming up that big red candle, which means on the 1 minute it's gonna be tight stops taken out. You want to hear what the machine gun? PFE's pushing right now too.
GILD's going too. A lot of that XLV that they killed today, they're reversing.
Yeah, PFE's long right now too, guys. PFE long.
Hey, do you guys ever play those the 1 bars, like the 1 and a 3 or something? It's like a single bar play.
Yep, play them all. Hey, Jerry, right now, ABBV, it's going on the 5. It's got a lot of work. We can get back on that 60.
Nice. Well, I like that. So it's expanded. Now it's trying to come back through range.
Yep.
What's done this right here. And look right here. Holy shit.
Yeah, it took out one side of the range, now it took out the other side. Now it should go back up.
Yeah, this thing is crazy, man. It's got one hell of a trend line on the top, so it could definitely try to come back through. Look at that. That thing's touched that top trend line 15 times. It could definitely come back up through there. Damn, it's nice. Oh yeah, I was looking at ABB earlier. Just pushed up, come back and tested that pivot and trying to come back through. Very well. Activate. Let's get a better draw on this. Here we go. ABV needs a break on 1472. PFV. The PFV's got the target on this thing is 39.29, which ain't very much. I won't even mess with it. Let's take a look at Billy. Maybe we can move though. That's what she can. Extended needs a pullback here. Really pretty though. Fubo. Let's take a look. Fubo. Oh, nice. Looks good. Oh shit. Right there on Fubo. Push up, come back, retest, gone. Yeah, Fubo looks nice, man. Shit. Curling up right there on the weekly. Clear up trend, breakthrough 4-hour pivot and daily. It could see 25.22. Fubo looks good, guys. It actually looks damn good. You want to break 23.55 to get in long. Of course, unless you're already in it. Yep. Let's go. Holy shit, up Google, 7%. It's paying. Surprise, surprise. You took Google with me. Should be up. I'm telling you, Google, I'm probably gonna swing this thing. Target's 24.52. 12 hours away. Look at this chart. It's damn picture perfect. It's absolutely gorgeous. I actually played it down here too a while back.
Think about swinging Google till the morning or when?
Yeah, maybe morning. The thing that you need to be aware of too, though, is it is so consistent. Let me move this out of the way. If you look at the daily here, every day it's pulled back the next day. But the thing about it is, every time it does that, it has a run and then it comes back down. So it probably swing till the morning, catch that first pop, and then cut it, and then wait till it TTOs and get back in. It's just so consistent.
Okay.
Strong day, opens, it gaps up, comes down. Strong day, it gaps up, comes down. So we'll play in the morning, it'll probably gap up and then come right back down. So I'll take that pre-morning gap and then sell. Let's see, don't show weakness and keep. But you can see it's clearly trying to TTO. First target between 452 and then all-time highs. I mean, you could swing this thing for a month. I mean, hell, it's going up. All you gotta do is look at the month and see this damn thing is going. Hey, you swing this thing for a month or two, shit. I mean, you could pull $100 out of it. You could pull 1,000 out of it. You know, who knows? The thing is, it moves $50 a day on average. It won't pull that every single day, but you know, it can move $20 a day.
Jerry, look at WHR. Once it takes out the high of the 60, that could be a nice pivot machine gun up to at least 240, then up to 250.
What's that one?
WHR. It's cleared some pivots.
Nice, Whirlpool, yeah. In a range, it needs to come up. First target would be 240. So yeah, I made this. I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about scan. You go ahead. I was just going to talk about range.
No, I wouldn't say anything. Go ahead.
GLBK. Do you have this? You have used a scan on TOS to find the volume increases?
Not increase, just yeah. The one that you put out there.
Or no? Well,
you had a 10% increase. Is that volume or just?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's can be percent increase.
Yeah, it's got like
uptrend, so
got Fubo, MA, OMI, Urban.
yeah.
That's a good one.
DKS has been ripping shit.
Yeah, we missed it on Urban. We should have shorted from the top. In that gap.
Google's about to go long. It's ready to go long.
Fubo is. Well, shit. Urban breaks 38.70 here. It could gap fill. Shit. Fubo. Oh yeah, Fubo breaks 23.55. It'll be long. Cool. 10% uptrend scan. Still trying. He's about at 149 though. It could see 143. PD's trying to break right now.
Tesla
These
looks like a
breaks
bearish
through.
reversal.
What's that?
Tesla on the 30 minutes looks like a bearish reversal, 312.
Yeah. Come back in. 312, 30. Inside 60. PD's got a hammer month. Bouncing off pivot, so it did expand. Now it's going to come back up through range. So PD looks pretty good for a swing here too. It comes back as red candle here. First target is 42. Clear up trend on the 4 hour and the daily. It's breaking right now, so it's longer at this second. Fubo just broke. I don't know if it pulled back in, but let's see. The breakout trades, they fail about 80% of the time after lunch. So I like to give them a little bit more. I also like to see an increase in volume. Full
Fubo's,
market.
you know, quite a bit of volume.
Holy shit, I'm up 35% on Google. Holy fuck.
Good job, buddy.
I see I got so much stuff going on, I don't even pay attention.
I want to try the Tesla of the hour 2 on something.
Google up 39%, and I've got, I'm out of the money on these things.
Did you get Google this week's?
Yeah.
Are you still in AMC? I'm looking for probably swing some more AMC.
I put a stop at $3. I think I'm out. I'm not sure.
Oh, if you did, then yeah, you're out. It hit 3 a while ago.
I got tired of watching it.
Well, it's
I was
coming
up-
back down now.
I was up like $80 a contract earlier. I probably should have sold it.
That was up 100. It was like 100 and some contracts. So I was out.
Up 42.42%. Good. Target's still 52 on this thing. Still 52. It's got a beautiful chart, man. It can see 52 today. You can see it today.
And that Google call that you said, I was looking at it at $7.80. It's at 11 already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible, ain't it, man? It don't take much, and it only takes 1 or 2 contracts, Up 42.42%. Don't take much. Literally. And when a stock moves 30, 40, 50 bucks a day, you don't have to get them right at the money. Of course, if I bought it right at the money, I'd be up at, a shit ton. But look at the 15, 212, continuation measure move, bouncing right off that pivot. It pushed up, bounced back, going. 32, 33 by 38, it's $5. Okay. 40, 43 is going to be measured move target, and it's already hit the target and pulled back slightly. Up 44%. Yeah, Tesla's trying to reverse here. what it needs to do on the 60, Tesla needs to hold that 613 level. So let's bring it up right quick. Here's what Tesla needs to do. For it to continue being strong, it needs to hold. It needs to come up. It needs to hold this level. If it can hold this level, it'll go higher. There's no doubt about it. The good thing about Tesla, it was in this range for a while. And the good thing is it's out. It's outside of it. All right. So you can trade it in here because there's enough range, you know, $70 range there. But the magic happens when it comes outside these things. So right now it needs to push up. It's a rapid test. Sometimes they'll come down just a little bit and then go higher. Sometimes they'll wick down just a hair and then go higher. And sometimes it could break through this range and come right back through and then take out the other side of the range. So it's
But,
money, that's money.
Yeah, Jerry, you know that the first on the hour for Tesla, that big three, isn't that a measured move? So this would have to kind of come back down and then to go back up?
What time frame?
1 hour for Tesla.
I don't see a 3.
Really? What do I see it on trading?
Here you go, pull it up for you. Also, when everybody's account, your time needs to be set up the same, like whether they open at the top of the hour, the bottom of the hour. If it's not set up right, they'll look different.
Shit.
So my first candle is a 2 hammer.
Yeah,
My
mine's a
time
3.
flips at 10:30. So 10:30, I'll get the next hour candle. 11:30, I get the next hour. 12:30, I get the next hour.
Oh, how do I change it? I get it by the hour actually. So I'll get like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
You
you need to fix that.
On TOS, it says at market open. You'll have
Mhm.
something that you click and you hit at market open.
Yeah.
Shit.
You have TOS? You have TOS?
No, I have Trading View.
Yeah, you need to send them a message and see. Somebody might know how to do it already. But it's important that you see the same candles that we see because it'll throw
Yep,
throw everything off.
That really screwed me up because I've been looking at it through whatever setups I had, which was the original default.
Yeah, so yeah, it definitely makes a big difference.
The only thing you're doing different, you're trading sideways 60 versus a regular 60.
Fubo's long here. So Fubo did break, guys. Good job on the guy that was looking at that comment. Yeah, beautiful pattern. Push up, retest, gone. Retest, gone.
What's the target on Fubu? I'm still learning, so I'm trying to get better at that.
I think it was 25.20 or something. It's gonna be this candle here. So just look up and left. It's gonna be your closest candle. So it's past this candle here. So it's gonna be the next candle, and it is 25.22. Yeah, and when it breaks that one, it'll be, you know, if you have a candle wick or a pivot, it's always gonna be one of those two. So 25.22, which is that pivot high. And then the next one's going to be 26. And then the top of this candle wick is 27. And the top of this candle wick is 30.71, 30.78. So it's just yeah, you just want to find the closest candle wick that's right above it. Okay. Yeah, good job on that. All right. Red fan. CWH Camping World. Camping World, I had that up on a list the other day. It's been consolidating for 3 years, or let's say 1, 2, 3, almost 4 years trying to break out of this range. If it ever breaks out, man, it's gonna be It's gonna be gone. This is trying to come right back through right now. At 15. So CWH breaks above 42. We can come up and see 46. See that 2-2?
Yeah.
Come right back up. 2 down, 2 up. Target on 30, 41.80. We want to see it break this pivot. That's that pivot on the 4-hour. Looking red, huge, coming back through huge red candles, green candles is mine. Yes, I want to mark Candle World. I think it's got a lot of potential for a possible swing. We go to Facebook. Oh, yeah, Facebook's breaking that pivot, 60 pivot. We wanted to break this. We really wanted to break this daily pivot, because then it'd be a beast. Now, Fubo, Facebook, look here, push up, come back, retest it twice. So it tried to go lower 2 times, it couldn't. So there's only one direction for it to go, and that's back up. All right. So we're looking for it to base. This right here is just a great big TTO. Let me show you. So first off, price ranged here. We got this is a 2. All right, really, this is just a 2. It goes inside. So it's ranging for a while. So it's resting. And then we're looking for the next leg up. So just a 2-1-2. Everything's a 2-1-2, really. Pushed up, and went sideways, pushed up. Then finally, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the break. So we see it consolidate for a while, then it breaks out. And you know, roughly 30, 40 bucks. Breaks out, test, gone. So here's the first move here. All right. The next move is always twice the first. So we do get that with this break here. So it did move twice as far. And then it came back down and retested. All right. So now 331 to 297, which is roughly 30 bucks, $35. So we should see another $35. So really, when this thing decides to take off, its target's going to be probably about 370. So this could be setting up for a nice swing. So it's doing like this, basically, is a TTO right there. Or but when they hold, it's a strong indicator that it's got more to go. But up. I've got an alert set at 331. I want to see it break that. Remember, after lunch, these things fell about 50% of the time, or not 50, 80%. So breaks after lunch fell about 80% of the time. You want to see a volume increase or something, or give it a bit more. We do see volume increase here, but out of all the tickers on the NASDAQ, 500 are declining right now. So we need to see a push up. VIX is pulling up slightly, so we can still see Facebook push on up here. And VIX starts to pull back down. Let me show you P-Tone right quick. After that big run up, it needs a rest. All right, and that's what we're getting right now. So 2. All right, it's a compound 2. It goes inside, right, and then it'll have next push up. You can see it here. 2. It goes inside, resting. 2. I mean, it needed it. This is a big ass move right here on the 60. And remember, every time frame it's on rest, it's healthy for it. Like, if this thing kept going, I mean, it wouldn't have been good for it. I mean, it would have been good for people that was in it, but you want to see pullbacks on the way up.
Jerry, VIX just shot up big.
VIX, green. SPY's a choppy wreck of a mess. P-Tone, I see them wicks there. It's making lower highs now. And it's making all those, it's wedging. This right here is just a bull flag. Yeah. Yeah. I got alerts at the bottom. You set one at the top at 109.30. I put a trail stop on good for 20 cents. I went ahead and took profits on it. Don't want to be greedy. I don't want to give any back, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I made another scan of fine swings. Let me pull it up here. And I'll share this one too. I made this one yesterday. Find it. Okay. Let's see what it finds during the day. I was scanning last night. Yeah, it's daily. All right, let's see. Good uptrend on the month. Beautiful chart on the week. Breakthrough pivot, come back down, retest. Now we're looking for the next leg up. So it should come back up to this range. We know that it's strong because of the month and the week. 1, 2, 1, 2 up. First thing it needs to do is break at 90.34. I'll get in early by going to the lower time frames. All right. First thing it needs to do is break this consolidation right here on the 5, which is at 89. I'll give it 75. It's the pivot machine gun on a 15 and a 30. See, it's coming back up through there. It's kind of slowing down here though. See it on 5, really easy. I got Tesla. We'll keep an eye on Morgan Stanley. It's setting up for a swing. Targets, overall targets will be 91.35. All right, as it takes up these stops. Okay, mate. Nice month, nice beautiful week. Needs to break out of 38.27. It's too many wicks on there. The only good thing is it's retesting down here. Yeah, that is good. 212, 21. First up, retest. That's a big move there. It's $40 move. Let's say $50. Straight up. Come back down and retest. That 40 count range here. It needs to work about 257. So let's scan that here. Then let's try that again. A lot of chopping right now. Get some choppy chop. Dash. Two, one, hammer. So and ugly. That was ugly. And ugly. So once that comes down lower. What this does. Oh, I know that target. Target looks pretty good. The month looks good. The week looks good. Trying. Oh shit! I gotta try TTO right here on the daily. TTO. Yeah, target needs to come up and break 228. Yeah. Pretty clean pattern right there. CCI pushed up, came back down, retest on the month, next leg up. Beautiful TTO right here. Pushed up, pulls back and gone. Trying to break that daily and the 4-hour pivot. CCI, looks good. It's a pretty clean chart right there. Pretty. I can see it break at 199.86. All right, Sedge, still a contender. Sedge is still a contender here. Still in range. Place looks like it's trying to come back down there. TDD's trying to break. UPST's got a pivot machine gun that could possibly happen. TDD's long. Looks like it's trying to be long. Just look at it. TDD. Ooh, TDD's trying to go. Push up, pull back, retest, trying to go. Right here. It's gonna be long over 579.75. Anyway. Lagging on me.
Jerry, look at DQ on the 30. 212 gonna be a measure move. The thing looks like it's gonna really possibly get going. I mentioned earlier. I think it's got up to 80.49 at least.
Ooh, 6 to go. It's bouncing off a pivot, trying to come back through. If you got, it's around the 80-50. It's good. There we go. All right, TDD is gonna be long over 579.70. TTD's long. TTD's long. Here comes Tesla again. We got 600 tickers up trending right now. TTD's long. This thing can move another 15, 20 bucks if it wants to. Quit lagging. Sedge's gap or TDD's gap filling too. Target 590. $10 away. $10 away. You can fill it very quickly. Look at that 212 reversal. Price expanded right here. That's all I did up there. So we were up trend on the daily and the 4 hour. Don't forget, Phil. DQ's fixing to break here too.
Jerry, you're a machine.
Shit, you find some good ones too. Yeah. It's a measure move here. Let's see how much it is. 64, $10, 84. It's measured move target. We got a bunch of stuff going off right now. DSK. Flat. DSK. Auto gas. So now, I'm getting a bunch of alerts. I don't know why. Well, they're late.
You probably got, Fix just did a U-turn. It looks like things are really starting to move.
Ooh. CGLT. Sage is trying to make its way back to the top here, guys. There. Ooh. Sage breaks 258 here. Should remain. Tesla's really trying hard to come back out. It's waking now. Says 2215. Teton's still chopping, making lower highs. I'm gonna give up on it yet though. Big Q's pushing. This the inside 60. We can break that 624.68 there. Sebs ain't stopping here. Sebs ain't stopping. You see there's that 2-2 hammer. It wants this 266 what it wants. This big red candle. Breaks 266 and this is gonna be 293. This says you got room to almost $400 here. If you're talking about swings,
Oh, Jerry, check out XOM on the 60. This thing just popped and it's got a big red candle to go through.
XOM. Ooh, shit,
XOM.
212. Nice. Volume increasing. Nice, fine, man.
Like Rob said, more hands, more eyes, more keyboards.
Hell yeah. What it's about. Get it done that way. Piton looking at short. Yeah. I'm definitely looking at a short Piton if it wants to come back through. That's one hell of a pivot machine gun too. Stairs up, escalator down. XOM is great, man. That's great. Gosh, it's moving. Trade. Delta.
Ford's getting up on the 5 minutes. Not, it's not a big move, but going right through it. Those options are cheap.
Let's take a look. I'll tell you what, Ford was a beast when it came up this morning. Ooh, 2 down, 2 up, 60. You can see 1395. Ford's making moves, man. It's breaking out of that weekly.
Yeah, they come out with that. They're coming out with that electric truck. In a couple of years, supposed to be the hottest thing around, and you can even use that truck to plug it in to run your electricity on your job.
No shit, that's crazy. Volume's starting to pick up on a little bit. Here comes Tesla, guys. Sedge is going to break. The 2-bar rest strap with a hammer coming out.
Jerry, what does Tesla have to break over, and what's the target after that?
Yeah. I want to see it break this pivot or this 2 right here. 623.35. The safer, it's safer to wait till it breaks 624.68. But you could possibly take it when it breaks 623.50. But the target's only $1 away. I personally would wait till it breaks this high. So I'll show you what it looks like by drawing it. That's what I want to do there. I want to push up, pull back, and go higher. So just a TTO right here. So take it when it crosses this high here. It actually does this.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. So yeah, I'll get you a target there. But man, if it wants to, it's going. First target would be 640 and 665. But you look on the daily, that's a big red candle. But look, on top of that, man, I've been looking at this weekly candle coming up here. It could come to the top of this candle this week if it wants to. 672. It can do it. What a day, guys. What a day. Gosh, gosh, gosh.
Jerry,
Yeah, I would-
VIAC on the 30, a 2-1 measured move.
BI what?
VIAC on the 30, 2-1 measure move.
Oh, right?
Yeah. I
Ooh,
think they're
nice.
all that part of that Reddit group.
I got alert on disc A earlier. Big old tight range there. Boy, if it got above 43.41, it'd be a monster. Look at that big old huge red candle. God, I tell you what, I played this on the run up, man. That you can't get any better than that. Push up, pull back, gone. How much are they? Pretty cheap. Cool. Peton's making lower lows and lower highs. Two inside. It's wicking out. Every time it gets close to the top, it's wicking. Up for 16 cents, 102. Doesn't come on down. Come back down to 98 if it wants it. That's something like that. I don't know. Pretty strong though. Pretty strong. It's staying pretty strong in this range. I'd have to see a pretty good drop in it. All right, look at Tesla here. Tesla is making higher highs and higher lows in the 5. So right now it's a 212 reversal on the 30. I mean, you can get in early. You can get in early on Tesla if you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one on Tesla. My first target's gonna be 624.68. So I'm trying to get one contract and start early. I'm gonna take one on Sedge too. So my stop on Tesla.
Are you taking it this week or for next week?
On Tesla.
Yeah.
This week. You can wait though. You want to see that bar green, the current bar, and I want to see it turn back green here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a really tight stop. So I'm not pushed the button yet, but I'm getting ready to. Let's take a look at sales real quick. I'm still doing that. Well, what it says, I'm telling you, it's close. Yeah, Tesla needs to be. Current 5-minute bar needs to be green, solid green. Novak's trying to come back up. 212 reversal 60. It's 212 60 Tesla too. Yeah, so I'm not in Tesla just yet. Let me just put you on push it. D. I'm moving. Slowly. Bluetooth. Bluetooth's breaking. Let me test twice. Trying to push that back up. Let's see if 149. There, hammer on the day. One more hammer. I see it break out at 138.64. Yeah. NTR is ripping. Must have had news or something. It's breaking out that monthly. Holy shit. Here's why. This thing consolidated for 3 years. Remember, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the break. Consolidated for 3 years. It's breaking out right now.
We got SPY tank in a bit too.
Oh yeah, this one. It's a pretty chart here. Trying TTO right now, break out. Man, move $1. NTR must have news or something. We bump on through to. Looking good. Yeah, through to the ones they bump like that kind of scare me. Now, Pluto would be long, but the target's only pivot high, 138.45. If you can break through there, you can really see a push. Really see a big push out. Okay. Yeah, you've been moving today. Okay. Minute. I ain't seen like he weren't in a while. So he's doing. Looking higher lows. Range right now. Nobody's coming up. Boost 2 broke pivot. 2 is long. 2 is long. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's ripping. Futu is long here. Just broke through 60 pivot. It could come up this red candle right here if it wants to. Next target. Next target's 145. Jeet. Gosh. Gosh, just sitting on top of pivot. I come back there. Ooh. Cost looks good. Look there. Took that 2-2 right there on the monthly. Came back through there. Kind of TQ right now and break out of this weekly. So I want to see. I want to see it break out of the weekly. Pivot. Put that down. Put 10% trend. Yes, that's coming down. Yeah. DKS is rolling over. A monster. TTD. Still pushing. Here we go.
Hey Jerry, can you take a look at Ruby?
Ruby?
RUBY. Just wondering if it's going to break out. No,
You're long in it, or
I don't have a position wanting to get in.
okay. Ooh, it's coming up. I need to break. I would, since it's a smaller price stock, I would definitely wait till it breaks 25. It's smack right dab inside a month.
Yeah,
it's
I
in
saw that.
range. The
saw
range
that.
has got plenty to trade it, so there's plenty enough room to move. Right now it's a little bit extended on a 5-minute.
It's
That
coming
looks
up
really
with good volume too, so that's why I just wanted to play it.
Yeah, if it breaks $25, you could go long in it. Your target would be 25.55.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Bluetooth's still going, guys. Bluetooth's still going. I don't know why, but it is. Target on Futu. Daily target 144. So you can break 140. Sage trying to make a Momo hammer here. 15. The TTO. It breaks 258.25. I'm going to add to it. Enos. Urban. Urban's still gap filling here, guys. URBN short for gap fill. Volume's increasing as well. 35, $3 gap fill. Boop, 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 boop. All right, guys. I think I might call it today. Probably
All
have
right,
some pretty nice plays though here after 2.
You gonna leave your Tesla alone?
I'm still looking at it. I'm still watching it.
It's like your favorite ticker.
It's chopping right now. It's getting tighter and tighter in this range. It's trying to break. I always got my phone with me, so if it breaks, I'll know about it. I really want it to break. I'm probably gonna wait till it breaks 624.68.
That's the
Right now,
previous high.
yeah. If it breaks that, it'll go.
The only difference is if you can either get it cheaper now in your contracts, or it'll get more expensive by the time it does that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when it breaks down, I'm paying premium for them.
Big time.
Now
That's the gamble.
you could probably get in it because we know it's bouncing in this range here. When your target would be 624.68, if it touched that and bounced, probably take profits there. It needs to have a clean break when it comes up there. But yeah, and probably more than likely, man, if you got this and held overnight, there's gonna be a gap in it. I guarantee you. I can't guarantee anything, but there's probably a pretty damn good chance it's gonna gap up.
Yeah,
after
you're very
hour 2.
confident in it.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
Because SPY is going down still, right? It's at 418 right now, so I'm just kind of watching that.
yeah, VIX is shooting up here.
Yep.
But every morning, it looks like for most mornings, SPY gaps up. Not every time, but it's really weird because if it gaps up early in the morning, sometimes it'll fill that gap instantly. And if it gaps down, I don't know, SPY or Tesla likes filling gaps, whether it's a gap down or a gap up, it'll usually fill it pretty fast.
Yeah, same with Amazon, but lately these past 2 weeks, a lot of stuff have been screwy.
Yeah, it's been really weird. There goes Sedge. Gonna add the Sedge right now. SEDG.
Going long on it?
Yeah, I'm already in it. I'm gonna add to it.
Beautiful.
SEDG. Had a pretty good run. It just rested and now it's taking its next leg back up. So a hammer, I want to say a hammer in itself is a rest. It's a pullback. So a hammer, when you say a hammer, that's a pullback.
Mhm.
So like the hammer here, it pulled back, then went right back up. So it went from red to green. The target on Sedge is 259.
It's a lot of consecutive daily candles, green.
Yeah. It's a nice one. It rested here on 4 hours. It pushed up, it rested. So it went 2, it went inside. Basically, it's just inside there, pushing up. On the weekly, it's a 2-2 with a hammer back up through that red candle.
Do you ever give it some room to pull back, or you always sell in the strength?
I do. After I'm in the money pretty good, I'll give it more room. I'll give it quite a bit of room. As long as it's easier for me to let it pull back when I'm green. But when it gets close to my target, like my first target is 258. I want it to go more than that. But yeah, as soon as it gets to my target, no matter like whatever your personal target is, you want to join the ask and sell into strength. So if your target is say 259 on this one, since it can move 15 or 20 bucks, I'd probably sell it about. I'd probably join the ask about 50 cents away from target. And that way, as price pushes up, you're selling in the strength. Because a lot of times when you like at 259, this thing will probably pull back some. So if I join the ask exactly at 259, then it starts to pull back. I'll never be able to join the ask. Then if you have to get out, you got to join the bid. Then you're losing that spread. And on some tickers, it's kind of spready. So you could be giving up 40 or 50 bucks. So it's best to take profits earlier and set the price that you're willing to get for it. You see what I'm saying? It's better to sell, it's better to say, hey, I'm going to sell it here you know.
Jerry, say you had 10 calls, okay, and do you ever sell like a portion of it and keep it overnight?
Yeah, so yeah, I do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if I'm doing that, I usually don't hang on to many overnight. I mean, I usually maybe
Yeah,
just
yeah.
2 or 3, not many at all. But for me to hold something overnight, it needs to be green already.
But for the position that you hold overnight, do you have a hard stop or?
No, you can't have hard stops overnight. That's the only problem. So
Okay.
after market hours, especially on options or commons, you can't. There's no hard stop. You can physically go in there and sell it
Yeah,
or buy it, but you can't. Well, let me take it back. With commons, you can sell it after hours of pre-market, but with options, you can't. Your hands are tied until 9:30.
yeah,
Yeah, so you have to be careful with that. There's nothing you can do. So that's one reason I like to go into a swing. I want to be green. That way, if something does happen, then I might lose money, but it won't be as bad as if I went in and I was up $5 and then went to a swing and then after hours it went down.
thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome, sir. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna cut it.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Have a good one, Jerry.
You too. Appreciate
Have a
you
good
very
one,
much.
Jerry.
Oh yeah, keep an eye on Piton too, because it could go, after that big move is consolidating, could just be a rest to the upside, or it could just puke. So who knows? So that's one I would definitely keep an eye on.
I was just about to say that 2 times.
Piton.
Watch
And
SPY and
Invictus,
stuff.
too.
Kind of gives you a heads up.
What's that?
So if they can also watch SPY and QQQ kind of helps watching the indices, you kind of know where stuff are going.
Oh yeah, yep. And VIX is shooting up right now too. So
Yep.
Riot's coming down, rolling back over. So
Even Google, like it had more, it dropped down a bit from what it had.
good. What's it doing?
$10, or $10 down.
Oh yeah, sure did. So I set a 20-cent stop and got out. Good. I wasn't too bad. It's still up. I still made 140 a contract. So I'm not mad about it.
Amazing.
Now, what you want Google to do is to hold support right here on this pivot. It can wick down a little bit, but you want it to hold, and it probably will. Because on the higher time frames, it's just, the damn thing's just perfect. They're easy to read when they look like that. There's no guessing, really. There's going to be some volatility on the slower time frames, but overall, pretty clean. But the thing, you got a $3,000 ticker here, so $10 is nothing. That'd be a dollar move on something else.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it'd be nice if it held right here at 32.
It also could be a good pullback to get into a contract right with $10 down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you go 2-2 back up, and then you come right back through that range. So it's almost touching point of control here. So that could act as support as well. All right, guys. If I see anything, I'll post it in Discord alerts. If nothing else, I'll catch y'all in the morning.
Adios, amigos.
Yes, sir. Au revoir. Au revoir, Seymour.
Hey, Tim, are you on?
I'm here. Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna send you something, a direct DM.
Okay.
I have this thing that this guy created, but he wanted to sell it for $700. But what I want to show you is the part at the bottom, it's a volume. If we somehow can create it, I can explain it to you, but this really helps you see better than what Jerry's volume has. I'll send it to you and you can look at it and we can
I
discuss
would
it.
love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate
I mean,
that.
this is unbelievable. I tried to create it and I just can't seem, it's the lower study at the bottom. But we figure this out. This is perfect because it really tells you the true relative volume. And when it's really picking up, boy, it's huge.
Now, is it specific for stocks or just indexes or
Stocks.
stocks? All right, cool.
Yeah, but this guy wanted to sell for 700. I said, hell no.
All right, cool. Send it on over. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll send it to private DM to you. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Hey guys, this is Anne Marie. I was wondering if anyone from yesterday that wasn't able to get the scan working, if they were able to fix it. I called TD, but they were not helpful. They couldn't figure it out.
What was the scan?
Oh, from Tim's yesterday?
Yeah, I got mine to work. I put it in the general chat room.
Okay. I've been listening but driving, so I'm finally back. Okay. So I'll clear it.
Just go to the general chat room. I put it in there for Nathan. He got it to work this morning from after what I gave him.
Oh, perfect. All right. Let me try it now. Thanks, Corey.
If anybody's trading, SQ's going.
Yeah, it just popped up the anchor VWAP.
Looks like SPY when they were trying to push up the VIX and run the SPY down, looks like they just shook the fleas off and let the sucker go again.
What was that ticker again, Corey?
SQ, yeah, just keep an eye on it. It's above the pivot. It closed one pivot. It's a 2-1 on the 5. It's got a lot of strength. The volume's really coming in. And you know, I forget what's your name?
Jake.
Yeah, Jake. I know you like trading stock. Another one, check out SOXL. You know, that has that's a triple one for the semis, and it's just breaking above VWAP right now. That thing can really move.
Oh yeah, volume's a little low right now, but volume starts to pick up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, look at that big wick on it. I mean, the semis are usually the strongest thing when the market's going.
Yeah. Awesome. I got that scan you posted in general chat to work. Appreciate it.
Well, that was Tim. All I did is just got it to work and I put it out there. So Tim gets all the credit.
Thanks, Tim, if you're listening.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Tesla just hit Jerry's target for a new breakout.
Gary, are you still on?
Yes, sir. Just looking around on a few stuff.
Look at PLTR on the 5-minute. You want to see a pivot machine gun if that gets going.
I thought PMG means on the way up consecutively, or it can go both ways, right? Making
Yeah, it goes both ways. All PMG is just taking out the pivots, means pivot machine gun is the thing. So they're all stacked together. That gets a little bit of volume through it. That thing will shoot up straight up to 22, 24 fast.
Got it. Understood. Thanks again, buddy. Looks like PLTR is breaking out at 2209. It was a big stop. It's gonna be fun to watch this one.
Hey, Tim,
Yeah, I'm here.
you know, if you look at like IWM and you look at that study we bought from Dano.
Yeah.
Switch that cumulative tick, to Russell, you can just see how that cumulative tick, how they're buying like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's heavily weighted towards the buyers here.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally see it. What I do is I also created that breadth that I posted, in the room, the breadth for IWM, and then the advanced decline line. So there's 2,000 stocks in IWM. I have a thing's telling me that there's about 1,600 of them that are green. So it's going pretty well. Like if you look at the Dow, it's got that negative cumulative tick. The breadth is -3, and there's only 13 stocks that are green. So it's not a sector that's really moving at this moment.
Yeah. So I know that I remember seeing that the breadth indicator that you had posted. But what you just said about looking at the Dow, so you're taking that breadth indicator and you're comparing it against the Dow stocks and looking to see which ones are.
Yeah. So in that sense, I have a chart that's got 5 columns, one for the New York, one for IWM, one for QQ, one for Dow, one for SPY. And then I put the advanced decline, the breadth, and then the cumulative tick. And right now, SPY's really getting bought big. I can tell to that cumulative tick. I mean, really big.
But you have a spreadsheet, and all of this updates on a spreadsheet for you, or
no, on TOS.
Okay, and okay, all right.
I'll send you a screenshot. The only reason I can't share it with someone else, like you and I bought it from Dano, so I don't, we'd get in trouble through Shadow Trader sharing it.
Yeah, I got you.
So if I buy something, I can't.
Of course.
Yeah.
By the way, I've been looking at your volume, the relative volume, the IR.
And you can see how it rises.
Yeah.
I mean that, and so it gives you like relative volume. If you go to a site that you can somewhat get an idea from, it's called stockbeat.com, and that shows you like the relative volume. If you look at unusual volume. But that thing at least puts it in TOS, and it helps you know what's, what's moving, because you can see it through that chart on a 5-minute chart.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was doing, trying to look around to see if I can, piece things together and understand how it was built.
Yeah, and then the other one is just VWAP. Sometime give me a call. I give you my number. We can walk through a few of some of that stuff.
All right, we'll do.
Thank you. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Yeah, of course.
wait for that. Slowly.
Okay, just hold this down. This plate for you.
Hey, Gary, I think your mic's open.
Buddy, I can't get it. If I could.
Okay. Good. Okay, this. Okay, I was about to have that. Okay, you don't like it?
Don't go to
You don't like it?
No. You actually may have to drive yourself to work, eh? You may actually have to drive yourself to work because I can't pick him up again in the Hindi.
Yeah, I know, but if you're still that.
Hey, Tim, Corey, it's working for me now. Thank you, guys.
It's gonna be bad for
Awesome.
a couple of days, not one
Good
day.
stuff.
Now I just have to remember what you said, how to use it, how to apply it.
So just make sure that when you put it in the scan, just make sure you set it to 30-minute scan, even though it's
30.
obviously going to be, run for the inside hour or, for the bottom of the hour. It should be on 30 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Wow. And then, so this is telling us, so these are, could you explain again what this scan is supposed to
Yeah.
be doing?
Yeah. So, when Rob talks about the, bottom of the hour, TOS, for whatever reason, doesn't allow you to scan to look for inside or to look for anything on the bottom of the hour. It defaults to top of the hour. So your chart that you set up, your 1 hour chart, your 60-minute chart will show one thing, but the scan pulls back something completely different. So what this does is it basically unifies your chart to the scan. So if you're looking for something like an inside bar at the bottom of the hour, it will actually scan and find the proper bar based off of the inside, the bottom of the hour.
Okay, got you. And Corey, if you're still on, remember yesterday you were, I guess you were speaking to the group, but kind of to Tim, and you were mentioning quite a few things about what to look for when you're in the chart. I wasn't able to write anything down, and I know you said that you'd go over it on Sunday in the group, but I'm just kind of reminding you, so hopefully you will remember and not forget what you said to us, because it was really good information.
After the market close, I can say something if you want.
I'm
okay.
also, just so you guys know, I'm going to upload, I haven't uploaded yet the last 2 days or 3 days of these sessions, these Zoom sessions to YouTube yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so everybody said yesterday, and for that matter, prior days, will be up there on YouTube. So you can always go back through that as well.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Hey guys, do we still got that Sunday meeting that Big O was talking about?
Yeah, it's at 8 p.m. East Coast Standard Time.
Beautiful. Hey Corey, have you ever studied order flow and footprints? I just started studying those a bit with my buddy because he does futures. But
yeah, one guy that was in another trading room, he used order flow for the futures.
Yes.
Especially ES, and
ES.
he was just knocking it out of the park.
It's that, okay, so basically when I studied with my friend yesterday, that one image is like a story. So if you can actually understand what that image tells you so much, it actually was surreal when I sat there yesterday. He doesn't even use any indicators, straight order flow. That's it. That's all he looks at. Not a single indicator. And he traded live in front of me yesterday.
Yeah, there's other guy did the same thing on ES. What he does is he does the opening first candle on ES, which would be 3 o'clock East Coast Standard Time. And he draws that line, and above it, that first 5-minute candle, above it, it's bullish, below it, it's negative. And he wins, I'd say 95% of the time. I just don't trade futures.
Yeah, I was just watching because I'm trying to incorporate that technique into regular stocks and ETFs. But it was just amazing to see what they're understanding just through one image, where you don't need any indicators, no nothing. You see the buys, you see the orders, and you watch it from there. That was it. Very interesting. Very simple, which is what I really liked.
Hey, Tim, like I was saying, that tick cumulative, just look at that IWM. I mean, that thing's just ripping. I mean, that tick
Yeah, oh,
cumulative,
yeah.
really, it just shows you right where to be.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
It's like putting training wheels on a bicycle.
Yeah, I have, you know, those, I guess those vertical lines that separate out the time. I'm assuming that you also look at the bottom study that shows you the red and green as it.
Yeah. I just keep the bars, and I have it on a 5-minute basis, and I have it start over each day, so it doesn't have the bias from the other day, just to see what the current day is doing.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I like it better that way. Then I know right off from the beginning, are they buying or selling for that day, instead of carrying it forward from the day before.
Yeah, I wonder if mine is set to do that.
If not,
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure it is.
and then I just use, the bars, and they really help right above the zero line. I mean, just like SPY right now, it's just that they're buying so a lot of times, you can't tell just off the candles. That tick cumulative gives you one more edge to see, are they buying it or are they not buying it?
Yeah, right now at this particular moment.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a lagging indicator. It's just right now. So it just gives you, and then I utilize the breadth with it. So then I can tell, is the breadth coming along with it.
Did you spend a lot of time with Resnicek and Dano and all those guys? Do you use the quad at all with his breadth index?
Yeah, I mean, my quad, I broke it apart and I put it in like the ADD line, like I was saying, I broke it out by each sector. He only does it on the New York, right? So I broke it out, like I was saying, on New York, one for IWM, one for Q, and I have that. And then I also put the breadth on that. And I have that, like I say, I tried to send it to you, but Discord blocked it, said the file's too big, the picture. Just later text me your phone number and I'll try and send you your phone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and you'll see it, but it's just some confirmation it gives you with the candles if you're playing the indices.
That's awesome. I just put my email, by the way, in the chat if you want it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
tell me what.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, no, finish your thought. Go ahead.
I was actually going to change topics. I had a question for Corey, but you go ahead first.
Okay, yeah. So the word fiber, I'm not so sure if I'm saying it correctly, but I'm starting to hear that word. I have no idea what it means.
What word?
Fiber. So it's the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart.
It's a 5-day chart?
No, 5-minute
chart.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
This industry is just full of slangs.
Yeah.
If you start watching Rob's stuff, you'll notice he's got all these interesting sayings like TTO, a triangle layout, and 5er, 15er, or 1er. there's about a million other of them, other, words that he uses, but yeah. In fact, I think if you look up Sarah, Sarah Strat, Sniper,
Yeah,
whatever
I
her
watch her
name is.
stuff.
If
Yeah.
you look at her pinned tweet, I think she has a cheat sheet of all of those, the Strat nomenclature and all what those things mean. So I remember her sending something out a few weeks ago with that.
But, and I'd also recommend, Rob's got a site, it's called Ticker Talker. Just go to a site and you can subscribe to, like about 8 different things that he gives away free. He's got one coaching session on Monday night, I think on Power Hour or something. He's got like 16 or 18 sessions recorded. Just watch those. I mean, all this just comes to osmosis. Just learn. Rob's the greatest teacher.
Yep.
Some of us have
Okay.
thicker heads, though. So my head.
Well, I mean, it's not all that easy. I mean, Jerry sort of puts it together. I think the difference between Jerry and Sarah, at least my opinion, Jerry sort of snipes the, the pivot breaks to where Sarah does it more on a higher time frame, like a weekly or a daily. She's not down in the minutia.
Yeah. Corey, I had a question for you, if you don't mind me picking your brain about something.
Sure.
So I kept it simple today, very simple, based on some of the, the prior conversations that you and I were having and Jerry. So I was only trading really hourly setups, 30s and 60s. And I noticed that, it would trigger, right? And it wouldn't, so the signal would trigger and then, it would just kind of sputter out and then reverse on me. Do you think that that's kind of tied to volume, relative volume?
Yeah, well, I mean, at least from my knowledge off of it, if you really look at today, if you go to SPY, all right, and look at SPY on a daily, look at the body of that candle. It's so small. It's just chopping, right? So like Rob says, what's the next 2? And he likes to take out one side of it. So right now, remember the SPY's 500 stocks. So that's why he likes taking, writing a query of saying, for the day, which ones are taking out yesterday's highs or yesterday's lows, because those are moving. So any ones that don't, they're in between. What he calls, you're in that vortex, and it's just chopping.
Yeah.
And it's hard. This is a really hard market to trade just because we're at the, all-time highs on these indexes. And if you look at it, they're just banging around. I mean, like last year when we hit the low in March, you had some pivots to go through. When you're at the high, like Rob says, a lot of people, the technical traders say, yeah, blue skies, but Rob said you don't like it because it's all natural buyers and there's no pivots to go through.
Yeah.
So when you're on that, on the SPY, it's just, flat. Just look at it. So that one you just don't want to mess with.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the
post some
SPY
info on SPY for you guys. So you kind of like, if they want to save this note, it breaks down the sectors and the top 10 that kind of have a majority in SPY if you want to save it for yourselves. I'll post it in general chat.
And what was that thing that said? It's a what?
So what I've done is I compiled a post a while ago about SPY. So, the sectors that compose of SPY, and then I put like the top, almost like the top 10 stocks that can kind of dictate and sway SPY. So it's good to kind of monitor those and the sectors, so you kind of have an idea which way the market's going. I posted it in general chat.
Okay, cool. Corey, that's like what you were saying earlier, right?
Yeah. If you go into the CNBC app and you go under markets, and under market, they got a whole bunch of things you can pull down. One has a thing that says sectors, and that has all the sectors there. And that shows you sort of what's moving and the ones that aren't. And then you can hit like the Dow 30, see who's moving, who's not, hit the NASDAQ. It's just a good little app to just have on your hand, just to, look at it. But what you're
I
doing,
think,
Tim, it's not like you're doing anything wrong. You're just in a market that's sideways. I mean, if you look at it, if you look at the month, it ain't gone anywhere. It's flat. You know,
Yeah.
the week's up slightly. So you're trying to trade something that doesn't have any volatility. So all you're doing is, pissing yourself off. Your strategy's probably working, but it's just, there's no volatility.
I'm really good at pissing myself off, by the way, and my wife. Just saying.
Hey, Tim, I could join you. I could join you at that party.
Hey, Corey, I just posted a
But
link.
if you look at like IWM, it's moving. But look at the daily candle. Look at the body of that candle. It's moving. It's almost taken out yesterday's high.
Gotcha.
So that's what you want. You want to move your stuff. So like Gary said, you want to find the stuff that's moving. And that's what Rob White puts out that, the gap list. You want something moving. You don't want something sitting, especially if you're buying options. That thing that just will eat you up. If it's going sideways, I mean, usually in a half hour, if your options aren't moving, unless you bought a lot of time, if you're on the same week, get out, because theta will just eat you.
Yeah, I stayed away from options today based on your recommendation from yesterday, and I didn't. It was much better for me to just kind of manage. I didn't necessarily trade one share. I traded minimal shares, but not one like you were saying. but the link that I just posted in the chat here. This is what I look at as far as sectors. I don't know if this, this is in line with what you were thinking. It allows you to drill down and everything, but I don't know if you could take a look at that real quick.
And it's under which one? General chat?
Yeah, the general. Yeah, the Zoom chat. Yeah. This allows you to, well, this is helpful for me because a lot of times I see a stock and I'm like, well, I have no idea what sector this is in. So I can see the sectors, and then I can also search a ticker right on this one page.
Yeah, so for like IWM, it's GME today that's moving it, or Deckers, or Crocs, or Penn Gaming. So you could be in those stocks today. But mainly for IWM, GME is the one that's probably really moving it.
Yeah, Gary, that works. You just want to get the symbols. So if you type in at Google, just say, what are the symbols of the sectors? And they'll tell you, like, I know them, like, energies, XLE, communications, XLC, discretionaries, XLY. I mean, just get them at the top of your lines of your thoughts, so you know what they are. But But put it in a watch list on stock charts. It's just like right now. What I was telling someone before, I forget his name. SOXL's starting to move, and that's the bread and butter of the NASDAQ. Those semis are the ones that drive this stuff. That's like the NVIDIAs and Taiwan Semiconductor, AMD, Marvel, all those, Xilinx, Intel. Then get the other sector that has software like Microsoft and some of the cloud companies, Adobe and all that. Just so when something's moving, you know where to go and go look.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome.
I mean, like I say, it just takes you time. Jerry's one. I've been training a hell lot longer than Jerry, and Jerry does better than I do. But he figured it out fast of how to get in there and do this stuff. It's amazing how he can just get in there, and he's not buying cheapo options, and he's got a pretty wide spread, the ones he gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's an all-star, man. Literally, he's an all-star.
Yeah, he's the best, and let alone a super nice guy.
Very nice. Like, I've spoken to Sarah, I've spoken to Alex, and honestly, this guy's out of this world. Like, he's so nice, man. Just shocked when I met Jared to see how nice he was. And he actually truly cares. Like, there's no arrogance, no pride. He just who he is, and that's it. And he's a genuinely good person.
I will say that Corey hit the nail on the head a few days ago. I think as a community, if we can all help him, I think it's only going to be better, because I think I'm cynical when it comes to this stuff. Sarah and the rest of those guys, they've been doing this now for a couple of years. So they've been used to followers and they've been used to questions. And if you think about it, Jerry's probably been doing this. Well, I know that I remember when he started this room, and when it wasn't what, 6 months ago or something like that, if that. So he's 6 months into having a following, and just want to make sure that he doesn't get burnt out and sick of us all.
Well,
Yeah,
I
and
tagged
that's
him
why
in post.
we gotta
Sorry.
help him create like a newbie's, definition of what stuff is, so he's not constantly repeating to anyone. I mean, everyone's got to learn, they got to start somewhere, but just standard questions, they can go right to.
Yeah.
And same thing as, him pulling his charts, his scans up. He needs to get that a little more organized where he has them all there, so he's not always, piecemealing it.
I don't understand those scans because I don't got TOS, so I'll leave that to you guys. Actually, there's someone on TradingView that has scans. Apparently it's premium though. He only sells it. I found out today on Twitter.
Well, you got Tim. Tim's good. I'm pretty good at it, but Tim's what hell up better.
No, but TradingView's Pine script, right? It's a whole different language.
Yeah, Pine.
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing with TOS is it's unbelievable, but there's no manual. There's nothing. I can go buy a book over at Barnes and Noble or somewhere and read it and go through it. A lot of it's just trial and error. But Tim is stellar. Tim's as good at making those things as Jerry is trading.
Yeah. I just started using TOS like 8 months ago. It's fairly new to me as well, but I pick up quickly on these things for whatever reason.
Side note,
Oh,
VIX
yeah.
is
Hey,
on
Tim,
its
I
52
still
week
can't
low.
get it.
What's that?
I thought I had that 60 scan working, but I still can't get it to work. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Did you copy the one that Corey posted in Discord?
Yeah, I did, and it doesn't work. I must be doing something.
Wait, did you change the name?
What's not
I even
working?
changed the name. Like when you scan it and then it doesn't show any results, and then it shows that, like, remember how we were seeing the red numbers or the red letters?
Right.
Yeah, it's doing that again. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Did you make sure that you start off that external file that attached to it to red, that it's doesn't start off with it's an alpha character, not a numeric?
Yeah.
You know what I think you need to do, like Tim said, sometimes TOS is buggy. You got to log all out and log back in. That's your problem. That RAM gets clustered in it. The TOS is a memory hog.
I'll try that. I just on the one that had the code, what is keeping it from going one bar back? Because every time I try to load it up, like I said, it's just not working. But I figured with the original code.
So different times of the day, you have to set it differently. 1 bar ago or 2 bars ago. And it's based off of how it combines the 2 half hours. So what I have set up on my side is I have 2 versions of the same scan. One that I would run between, say 3 and 3:30, and then the other one I would run between 3:30 and 4. It's just the way that, I'm sure that there's a way to simplify it. I don't know how to do it. But what the differences are is changing the number of bars ago that it's looking for. And, that's how it finds, like, the inside bar. you can run it now and you'll find an inside bar on the 60-minute that's forming an inside bar right this second. But you have to, so that you don't have to change anything with. But if you want to change it for 1 bar ago or 2 bars ago, then you have to follow the notes that I had put on the bottom of the script in the actual study itself.
All right, I'll keep screwing around with it.
I'm gonna find a Zoom link because we can't do it here, and I'll send it to you, and then you can share your screen, and we can look through it if you want.
Yeah, we might have to do that. Like I said, I'll keep screwing around with it. I keep getting interrupted too. But yeah, I thought I had it working this morning and then it didn't after a while. And I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'll figure it out.
All right. If not, just ping me. So massive candle down for spine. And Corey, you were dead on with that. I'm doing a post-mortem on my trades from today. And the things that I did well with, overstock, win, things that, the things that I didn't do well with, tech, pharmaceutical. And if you look at the sectors, I think that's pretty much in line with what you were saying.
Yeah, if you look at the pharmaceuticals, which is under XLV, look at that 30-minute candle, the first one. I mean, that one just plummeted.
Yeah.
So those things, at least for a day trade, you're going to get beat up.
Yeah.
Unless it gets a reversal, it comes back up. But it's just, I've sort of found out, years ago when I was a technical trader, you're doing Fibonacci's, but really you don't have to put it. When you get a big move down like that, typically they only come back about 50%. So if you look at that bar, it only came back about 50%.
Yeah.
Now it's reversing.
Yeah, I
So
see
it's sort
that.
of a good rule when you get a big, huge bar like that, at least the same day. Usually it doesn't go more than 50%.
Well, good call on that. I think you were right on with that analysis from my trades today. So good stuff.
Yeah, it's just staying away from those kind of sectors that are, you want to go with the trend, not, you don't want to be a salmon going upstream.
Yeah. Yep, agreed.
All right, I think I figured it out, the malfunction on my end. So the computer that has Discord on it is different than the one that has TOS that I use. So anyway, instead of typing HTTP, you got to open it manually, and for it to be correct, you have to type in HTTPS on it. So that's the only difference I found, but it's working now. So I don't know if that's a thing.
What I do is I just copy the whole link and cut and paste it into that and bring it in.
Yeah, but I'm on two different computers, so I can't copy and paste it. That's
Well, you know how you do it in two
computer.
different, the way you do it in two different computers, at the end of the day, save it on one, save your workspace, and then save it to your email, then open up the other computer and then bring in that workspace, and it will make exact image of it.
Oh yeah, that's another way. Yeah, I see what you're saying on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to back
It's
up your
working now.
image on TOS, save it to an email just in case your computer crashes, so you have everything on that image. On that.
Oh right, that makes sense. Oh, Tim, the other question I was going to ask on that update, what did that change for the Delta on the?
It changed to positive to negative, negative to positive. So, excuse me. So anything that was green had a negative.
Yep. I see that. I see that. So now, if it's red, it has to go. It's negative, and green is positive.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it definitely worked. And that update trick is available. Trick work too. Makes it way easier. That way, anytime you update any one of your stuff, we'll all have it.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
JMIA is looking good. Anybody heard me?
Which one?
JMIA,
Oh, Jimmy.
Jumia.
Hey, Tim,
Yeah, I'm here.
another thing you could look at, just as an FYI, I was looking at, you look at SPY and look at the 30-minute time frame.
Okay, I'm there.
And if you look at it, I'm on the West Coast, but if you look at West Coast time, the biggest red bar was at 10:30 my time, West Coast.
Spine to 30, yeah. So that's 1:30 my time. Yep.
Big red bar.
Yep.
All right. If you look at that, acts sort of like a mother bar. All that thing's doing is just chopping around till I can get out one side of that bar.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So just chopping around.
Man, I tell you, I keep going back and looking at my trades and just, I think I'm hopeful that's the piece that I was missing. I wasn't looking at the sectors properly.
It's sort of a top-down approach. You start off with the biggest sectors, such as like SPY, or yeah, you go to SPY or Qs. So you go to Qs, then you go to the subsector. Say you're doing like NVIDIA, you go to SMH, and then from SMH to SMH is a subsector of the Qs, and then into the actual stock. So you want to have the most tailwind working for you. So you want all three of those going in the same direction, ideally.
Yeah, yeah. And what I've been doing for the last 20 minutes or so is, that inside bars or the bottom of the hour scan that you have. So I have one that I created that looks for reversals on the inside, on the 60. And I changed the scan to only scan in consumer discretionary. And, it pulled up a bunch of tickers, obviously. And as I'm looking through these, I mean, it's very obvious that these are the ones that, had I traded today, I would have been successful with. So, it's right here. It's perfect.
How did you scan by sector though? That I don't know how to do.
Oh, so when you're in your scan tab,
yeah,
you see right next, like if you have a scan, the name of a scan already set up.
Yeah, I have one.
To the right of it, it says scan in, and then you can select personal or public. Go all the way down by the very last one says by industry.
So I add that as a filter.
Well, yeah. So what you do is you see the section that says scan in.
No, I don't see that.
Okay.
So I have my scan built, and then where do I go from there?
So you have your scan built. On the very top, underneath where it says stock hacker, option hacker, spread hacker, right? You see those tabs right, right underneath there. You have the name of your scan, and then to the right of that, it says scan in.
Okay.
Scan in, click that, and go down to by industry, and then you can select industry, or you can even go back and you can go down into the sub industries.
Oh, cool. See, I always learn something from. I never knew that. Always, because I wanted to do that, and I didn't figure out. Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. So now I'm like, well, this is perfect. I could find the industry that's moving. I could run my bottom of the hour scan or 30-minute scan right in there.
Yeah, awesome. I love that one you showed me on tools on the update. I would have never known that. Yeah, I like that. Stocks.
Well, it's a great symbiotic relationship we've got here. It's fantastic.
yeah. Because I always wanted. So I built my own industry list, but yours is better. You can just scan in and already have it already pre-built.
Yeah, whatever works. I like to automate things as much as possible. I like to let the tool work for me, kind of thing. And if this helps me, then great. If it helps other people, great.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Thank you for sharing that.
So Tim,
Oh, of course.
Sorry,
Thank
Tim, this is Anne, and
Hey,
you
Ann.
know I'm gonna be asking for that.
Oh, that's no problem. Listen, when I'm going to share all of this stuff, I just don't want to share it, until it's baked. Because the
Got
worst
you,
thing
got
is that you
you.
guys start using it and you're like, it doesn't work. So I
Well,
promise,
Right.
Tim, what I'd also do, so you don't get burnt out, is that you should afterwards, when you put it together, do a video, so then people
Yeah.
watch the video. Otherwise, they're gonna keep asking 1,000 questions. They can just go to the
Yep.
video.
yeah, 100% agree. That's definitely the plan.
Wow.
But the Strat community has given back so much to me, like has given me so much, and I have, I'm still in the very beginning stages. So this is the least I can do. Absolutely.
So are you a programmer by trade?
No, I'm a sales guy. I sell IT solutions. I sell cybersecurity solutions.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
So which cybersecurity company should we be invested in?
Well, I used to work for Checkpoint. I used to work for Checkpoint Software and Palo Alto Networks and FireEye and all those are technologies that I sell today.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
you're out on the West Coast then?
No, I'm in the East Coast. My company's in the Bay Area though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm over in the LA area myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I'm up in San Francisco well, not recently. I spend most of my time on an airplane flying around the world visiting customers, but not since COVID. So I've got plenty of time to learn the Strat.
How did you get into programming?
I'm really not, to be honest with you. I mean, I just enjoy taking things apart and putting things together, building things. I've always enjoyed things like that, whether it's physically building things, or with this stuff, it's just, I don't know. I just picked it up and started asking questions, and it works.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, me
And you
too.
said
I'm
you did
usually on the
bodybuilding?
airplane.
Sorry,
What was
go
that?
ahead. I said you did bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding? No.
Oh, that wasn't you?
Oh, that was
Oh,
Gary.
okay. I thought,
That was Gary,
oh, okay.
the guy from Canada.
Yeah, definitely not
Oh,
me.
okay. Yeah. Because I
I'm
was
a-
going to say, how did you get to bodybuilding
No.
from sales to body? Okay, I got you.
No, I'm a father of 4 young kids, so I had like no time to do any of that stuff.
The only lifting you're doing is lifting those 4 kids. I got
There you go.
Oh man, but you know what? I am so happy. I don't even know how I found Jerry's group. All I know, I think I was on the Facebook group, and then I found Yoga Jen, which I like Yoga Jen. She has a way of explaining stuff in another way, and I don't know where I found Jerry, but I found him, and he can't get rid of me now. So it's really, I'm happy to be here. And so far, everyone, I'm sure there's other people who are shy. I'm a shy person, but it doesn't get you anywhere to be too shy and not speaking up. So I encourage everyone else to speak up, ask questions, because that's what Jerry told me to do. Ask questions, ask a lot of questions, and no question is stupid.
You're not shy, Anne.
No, by
Oh yeah,
nature,
definitely ask questions. No one cares.
No.
Everybody will answer them.
yeah. And the way that this, I don't know about the other strat groups, but the way the people in here, that they're willing to answer, and you don't feel like you're being a burden or you're just talking too much. I like that. But by nature, I am an introvert, believe it or not, by nature. I'm a property appraiser, and I love it because I don't have to work with people. When I worked in an office, I couldn't stand it. So I'm an introvert.
Well, you have
Oh
an
yeah,
interesting
definitely. I mean,
definition
I'm
of
not saying
introvert.
I'm not saying ask questions like the opening hour when Jerry's trading, but yeah, ask
Oh,
anybody,
no,
you know. I mean, to make
no,
it, you know, obviously people are pretty appropriate on this, you know,
oh,
room,
definitely.
which
Yeah,
which makes
we
it
all
even
know we have,
better.
yeah, we open in maybe even 2 hours or so. We just have to watch and listen and make notes, and then afterwards ask the questions.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like me, I'm in the field service, so I'm usually on a plane traveling to a customer, not on the sales side, just on the field service side. So
Okay.
I got plenty of
Wow.
time for the strats.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad to meet. And then I met some fellow Canadians. You know, I've lived in 3 countries now, so great thing.
You know, with the VIX so low it is, you think SPY would be going.
Oh, I know. And I've been waiting all day on this stupid Apple to kick the RevStrat day down in, and it just won't do it. It'll probably do it the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey, I'm doing what you suggested yesterday about taking small positions, and it's much easier to handle. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, like I say, I think, you know, I've traded for a while and just like Jerry, when he goes in and say he gets Novaks on some of those got some wide spreads. So the second, if you're not timed it right and you get, and so you're already probably down $1.50 just to get in. And then if it then goes against you, you got to sell it and you're probably down another buck. You're already down $250 without any work.
Yeah, that's what happened to me this week when I tried to play some options, but I'm sticking to stocks now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to trade like Apple, trade stuff that's got tight spreads on options. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's, or start off with stock. Once you get your confidence up and get it working, then it's just, you know, it's the same where stock or option. Only problem is with options, you got to be perfect.
Gotcha.
And Jerry, like where he's so good is, you know, his strategy works for him so well, he can go out and hunt. So let's just say he has 2 losers, he's down 500. Well, he can go get, say, like a Tesla, move on one side and get it all back and then something.
Yeah, he mentioned that last week, I think, that if he's down, he doesn't think twice about it. He just goes and gets another position, and then he's back up again.
Another thing you can do with options is just get higher delta, like get one that's like a 99 delta, then it moves just like the stock. You know what I mean? So it's moving slower for you. You're only getting one and you're getting the full move. And you can, you know, you get one for next week at a 9. They're more expensive, you know, but get them for next week, then you're missing out on the theta burn too. And then so now you're practicing, because some of them that Jerry takes, he's right, man. They're quick. If you're not out quick, you will drop money quick.
Yep, you're done.
Yep.
You're done. And I think there's
Yep.
too many people in the room, you know, that are, you know, I don't want to say wimpies because everyone's sitting there trying to learn to do. But if you don't understand Jerry's strategy, you can lose. You can lose it fast and you can make it.
Yeah.
Doing options.
Yeah,
So another thing, like we were talking about yesterday, is like try it with the common shares first. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Because and yeah, like Jerry says, you know, you make $100 a day, you know, in a few weeks, that's some good money. But if you want to do it with options, get the higher deltas, get a 90 delta or 99 delta and get it for next week. So you're not burning up theta, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I'm still trying to understand the Greeks.
but that, you know, when you're especially learning Jerry's strategy, don't be using options until you understand it. Because if you don't got that strategy down, you're just, you know, grabbing a match to your money and burning it, and you work too hard for it.
Gotcha.
That's exactly right. There's no reason to blow your account up trying to do 30 delta options, you know, that if you're not fast enough getting out of, you know, there's no reason to do it. Once you get the strategy down and once you get the strat down, you'll be fine.
Well, one thing I'm struggling with right now is putting my stops in. Like if I put too tight a stop, I keep getting stopped out. And if I let it down too loose, then I lose money.
That's sort of the art, but even right now, this is just a challenging market because you look at it.
Yeah,
Everything's at its high. Look, and like I was saying on the daily, look at the body of the candles. They're so small. So you're just chopped up. This is a very tough market to trade. It's not trending. It's just chopping sideways.
Yeah, that's what Jerry said too. And I thought I was doing something wrong, but he said, you're okay. Just once you get into a good swing, then it'll be good.
I don't know if any, the company that Rob used to work for was TT Live. There's a guy out there that I sometimes just watch his stuff. His name's Scott Redler. And he's done it for years. And he's just, you know, he said he's been getting murdered.
The other thing with doing it with common stock is you can hold it and it doesn't go, you know what I mean? So if you get stuck in a trade, you can still hold the common stock, you
Well,
know,
you can,
whereas
like
the
you're saying,
option will go to zero.
you can let your, you know, your plan come to fruition on options. It's, you know, you're done. So you got to be perfect. So best thing is make money off a stock, and then after that, start learning one or two a day off the options. Or if not, when you're doing the stock, go in and get the option and paper trade in your head and see what you can do.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that.
And remember the stocks Jerry's picking, and I'm not, I mean, Jerry's awesome, but he ain't exactly picking the ones that got, you know, tight spreads. I mean, you got the Novaxes and you got Docu and all those that are Y. Those are Momo stocks. And if you don't know how to get in and get out, I mean, you'll burn your money.